Hi, this is Will Gray. This specific video is made because of two individuals. Now, I am not saying that this video is only for them, it's for everybody. But I'm making it today because of Nick and Joe. Both of them have been asking me questions about auras and how I see them. I explained once I don't see them in color, I see them in shades of black and white. But I've never really gone further into that, and that's what they want to know. Now, first of all, you have to understand that, as I've explained before, your vision is merely a representation that your head is drawing for you. You know, the photons bounce off your eyes, hit the optic nerve sends an electrical pulse up to your brain, into the vision centers of your brain, and then that draws a picture. Alright, now, most people see commonalities and so on and so forth, but depending on what resolution your pictures come in, decide things like whether or not you can see auras or ghosts or what have you. For me, I don't see auras in color. What I would see them as is, imagine watching a sunrise through clouds on a black and white TV. You know, there's a ribbon of light that pours through, but it's all in shades of silver and platinum. Where most people would recognize a visual color to define the particular frequency of this aura, I just sense it. And I know that's not a very fair answer, but, well, how do you explain color to the blind? How do you explain music to the deaf? The sensation that I've described before is something that most people have done, which is, you know, you're at any sort of location, any place, house, home, school, work, whatever, and someone comes walking into the room and you immediately have this wow, you're a douchebag feeling about them. And lo and behold, they walk up to you and start making declarative statements that prove that your initial reaction to him before he spoke was accurate. That particular sensation is the sensation that I'm talking about. Equivalently of getting that is every now and then you keep your eyes closed, but every now and then you open them, look around, and close them again. Right, that's a little sensation. I can get that off of most people most of the time. I can do it off of video. I can do it off pictures. So can my mother, Elise42. And we can get the sensation of emotion. Sometimes there's a little bit of a what we call an extrasensory perception towards who they are, what they're feeling, what they're thinking at the time. This is also the same perception and sensory input that works with psychokinesis. Psychokinesis is the ability to take the vibrations from an item, feel them, hold them in your hand, and then you can say things about this. Oh, this ring belonged to your grandfather, and blah, blah, blah. This is the same sensation and the same tool that you use in your mind to sense this. For me, most people just see it visually. The computer just draws it in, the right color at the right time, and oh, they're starting to get angry, and so it becomes more vibrant. For me, instead of it becoming more vibrant, the rays get larger. They grow in intensity. The light gets brighter. You know, when someone is sick, the light dulls a little bit, and there's little shooting stars of little sparked light. Those usually come off as what most people would recognize as yellow. Now, funny enough, I'm not colorblind. I can see just fine. I just can't see it in this way. I even see color in my dreams. I just don't perceive it that way. Instead of seeing it as a visual thing and then having to interpret the visual thing, I just sense what it is. And That's neither a good thing nor a bad thing. It's just a different thing. This is not a I'm doing it better or worse. It's what works for you. Alright? Some people don't need religion. Some people need religion. Someone needs this particular religion. This one needs a particular religion. It's the same thing. Alright? Whatever it is that you see, how you see it, what it makes you feel when you see it, that's you. And that's a good thing. And that's perfectly fine. Now, how do you learn to see it if you don't? Well, this is as difficult as trying to learn how to do those 3D puzzles. So the posters that if you look at it the right way, make your eyes all wonky, then all of a sudden the 3D picture comes out. And I can do that, and it's there. It's not some big hoax that you can't do yet, but it's difficult. And you have to take time, and you have to take patience, and more than anything else, you have to believe that it is there. If you don't really believe it's there, you won't see it. This is one of the little hints that I put in most of my lessons. If you don't believe it, it cannot come to exist. At least not for you. This is a larger realm that we're dealing with, gentlemen and ladies and children of all ages. Your mind is the tool, not your brain. Your brain is a way to make the meat body work. Alright? Your mind is what we're speaking about. It's the tool. It's the only tool in the end. It's what separates us from the animals. Think Matrix and think Way of the Peaceful Warrior. Okay? It all has to do with perception. It all has to do with, there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. And part of that is knowledge and belief that it's real. Oh yeah, by the way, while we're speaking about movies, I suggest to everyone a movie called Revolver. Expect to be completely confused until the last 10 minutes, and during the last 10 minutes you go, oh. I personally suggest it. For those who are underage, I'm terribly sorry. Get parental permission. If you can't get parental permission because there is some nudity in it, you'll have to wait. Write me a letter, I'll explain it to you. I'll tell you what happens. Except for all the parts that you shouldn't see at this particular age or time or whatever, according to your laws and regulations of your particular cities and countries. Now with that disclaimer out of the way, auras are a natural thing. Your body emits energy. It's how you make the nerves work. It's how you make the thing function. Okay? That energy is more abundant than you use, especially the energy of the mind. We use our brain power 5-6%. Alright, the mind power is infinitely huger than that. And all of that spiritual energy, mental energy, bioelectrical energy radiates from the body. And that is what you're looking for. Because when you have a different emotion, your body responds. It sends chemicals from a part of your brain that pumps chemicals and such through your system to give you particular emotional responses. This is basic science. When you get far enough along, it's not really basic. It's more biology than most people want to remember from school. Anyway, when your body responds to that, the vibration changes. Okay? Your emotional energy changes. Your spiritual energy changes. All of these change, and you can read them if you know what you're looking for once you find it. So what I personally suggest is get a partner. You get a partner and you have them hold their hand out against something either dark or white, depending on how you work. You'll have to find out which one works. And then you sit there for hours and you look for what's already there.